Listen, it's a lot of with the right. I can't wait till later. Gotta get it now. Can't wait another day.
I gotta get it now, I can't wait another day. Ain't nothing given, go and get it, ain't no other way. Always grinding overtime, I'm always catching plays. I ain't got time to waste, I'm building, trying to set the stage. If I'm gon' buy the block back, then you got rent to pay. Shawty came through, bless the spot, ain't hit it with some sage. All these blessings got us paid, ain't no minimum wage. Deep in the game and I'ma win no matter how I play. I'm in the game, I'm the star player. And I'ma win no matter how I play. Deep in the game, I just gotta win. They know I'm dope, I ain't gotta say. Hey, ask about me, I'm the realest in the room. The coldest, one of the illest in the booth. Don't know me now, don't trip, your girl gon' know me soon. Pick out the pound, flow through the ceilings and the roof. I'm in the clouds, I'm somewhere headed to the moon. Mixing Andretti and KK, give me that boost. Show me something, I'm grinding, I got the proof. Hitting figures, they see, think it's true. I gotta get it now, I can't wait another day. Ain't nothing given, go and get it, ain't no other way. Always grinding overtime, I'm always catching plays. I ain't got time to waste, I'm building, trying to set the stage. If I'm gon' buy the block back, then you got rent to pay. Shawty came through, bless the spot, and hit it with some sage. All these blessings got us paid, ain't no minimum wage. Deep in the game, and I'ma win no matter how I play. Yeah. I've been winning for real, been taking gold on them. Continue keeping it real, can't take my soul from me. Kicking that dope, this that shit that had your nose running. Smoke one with me, get you so high, might have your nose bloody. Prices up and when you lit, you get them low numbers. Started with no budget, now my network cross the whole country. Pockets on PDs, creatine, they on something. Can't do Virginia Beach no more, I need them foreign summers. Make sure I pack the studio and keep them cameras running. Me and the crew convoying back to back Hummers. Gotta get that overseas land, I need that. Me and Vivid dope up next, tag team champ. Don't gotta give me nothing, I'm gon' take it, best believe that. Wax on the blunt, smoking tree sap. Sipping on yak, shawty said you need to relax. Love, you been working so hard, put your seat back. Yeah, I gotta get it now, I can't wait another day. Ain't nothing given, go and get it, ain't no other way. Always grinding overtime, I'm always catching plays. Ain't got no time to waste, I'm building, trying to set the stage. If I'm gon' buy the block back, then you got rent to pay. Shawty came through, bless the spot, and hit it with some sage. All these blessings got us paid, ain't no minimum wage. Deep in the game, and I'ma win no matter how I play.
Cause he wanna life, yeah, life's I've been with me and back through the city. I've been going through some things, tryna get my mind right. Push the bucket to the lip, push that mission to the finish. Gotta get the full control, gotta get my mind right. Yeah, life's I've been with midnight through the city. I've been going through some things, tryna get my mind right. Push the bucket to the lip, push that mission to the finish. Gotta get the full control, gotta get my mind right. Flashing on these high beams, she won't stay beside me, even if I'm blinded.
What's going on, everybody? It's been a while since we done a live show. You guys know that I've been on Thursday nights kicking it with the fellas, and we're gonna be kicking it tonight too in about an hour. But I wanted to, start doing live shows every night right before the draft. So today is day 21 until the draft. We got 3 weeks, so there's a lot to talk about. Tonight, we're going to talk about the top 10 possibilities based on some of the research that I've been doing. But before you do anything else, man, make sure you hit that like button, man. hit the like button. Let's get the algorithms up, man. And I'll read some comments while you guys make sure that you are, hitting that like button. Got my guy Jay Money, who is a member, who said what's up. Also, some housekeeping rules too. Let me know if you guys can hear me, but some housekeeping rules. Super chats get priority, and anything that you guys can donate to the channel, because I do have an announcement, and the announcement is your boy is going to the draft this year. I'll be on the Draft or Bust Tour 2023 with Mark Holmes and the crew, and we're going to be out there in Kansas City. So anything that you can donate, donate it straight to the Cash App, DMV Fanatic. And I'm not asking for crazy donations, but what I do know is we got over 6,000 subs. If everybody just donated $1 to the channel, some of the upgrades we can make, some of the trips that we can go on will be crazy. That's my goal this year, to try to go to multiple Cowboy games, to try and upgrade the equipment, and just build a state-of-the-art studio. So anything you guys can donate, feel free to do so. And before we do anything else, man, I just want to, give you guys a round of applause. The people who've been day ones for me, I appreciate you guys. And let me see what we got here, man. What we got for you guys today. So mainly what we're going to talk about it's kind of going to be a combination of things, right? It's going to be, when it comes to the top 10, it's going to be draft needs. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about that as it goes, and there will be team needs. All right. So without any further ado, man, let me know if y'all are ready for me to get through this list, because I got it hard stop at about 8:30 tonight. And also I'm able to answer any questions as well. And also too, if you're tuning in from Twitter, if you want your comments read or any of your questions answered, make sure that you hit the YouTube link. And what I'll do is I'll share it. I'll share it from my Twitter. That way you guys have direct access. I'll be reading comments and questions strictly from the YouTube. All right. So I'm going to share that link now, and then we'll get into that list. All right. Cool. Bet. All right. So your boy has to figure out where everything is. So what I'll ask you guys in the chat, do you guys want to talk about reaches first, or do we want to talk about top talent that can fall first? Actually, I'll make the decision. I'll make the executive decision. We're going to go with if it falls to what's certain to be there. All right. That's what we'll talk about. All right. So let's get into it. So for me, my number one guy, so I got tiers. So just to let you guys know, my tiers are, I got a fall tier. I have a, right on par tier. And then I have a slight reach tier. So I'll let you know when we're in each of the tiers. But, you have to be prepared as the draft goes. As the draft goes, you have to be prepared for things to happen. I'm pretty sure nobody could have told us a couple years ago that CeeDee Lamb was going to fall the way that he did. Nobody was going to tell us that Micah Parsons was going to fall the way he did. And both of those guys are cornerstone guys as it goes right now. So I'm no longer looking at this person will be gone. I'm no longer looking at that. That's no longer, an option for me, because the draft is funny. People are finicky. So let's get into that list. All right. So number one, and I don't have the sound effects, but we can do it with do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do. And my number one, if he falls, and this is my rankings list, guys. So, all right, let's get it. My number one, and I'm going to Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Because I kind of went straight to who the picks are going to be, and I had pictures for them. So let me know if you guys can hear me. No volume, no volume. Let me know if you can hear me. I mean, it shows on my screen that I have volume. Okay, cool. All right, bet. Yeah. Will it not let me? I got an idea. This is what we'll do. We'll do it. So Quentin Johnston is my number 2. Okay. So it's a little weird. So if I remove myself, I can't. Yeah, okay, got you. So Quentin Johnston is my next guy. And so let me go back. You know what I'm saying? Players mess up sometimes. So we'll talk about Jackson Smith and Jigba. And the reason that I pick him is because I don't think that there's a thing that there isn't anything he can't do. And it looks like the Cowboys are in the weapon finding industry. Like if you look at the guys they bringing in for their top 30 visits, JSN's one of them. He was also somebody that they talked to at the combine. If you look at it, Quentin Johnston was also another person they talked to at the combine. They talked to him and they brought him in for a top 30 visit. So I'm not sure if it's a smokescreen or not, but if these guys, either one of these guys fall to your 26th pick, man, you're talking about getting some of the top level talent in the draft. And that hasn't steered us wrong since we've done that. You know what I'm saying? It hasn't steered us wrong. CeeDee Lamb, they told us that we didn't need CeeDee Lamb when we got him. And look at him now. He's our number 1, right? And then CeeDee Lamb negotiations in the next couple of years, if they go south, you got you 2 guys, or the 2 that I named are guys that can come in and be game changers. And the reason that I like Quentin Johnston for this offense is if you look at his body type is what McCarthy has molded over the years into number 1s. You go back to Green Bay, you look at Greg Jennings, you look at Jordy Nelson, you look at Devontae Adams. He just kept lining them up, and those are the tall, wiry guys with great routes. I think Quentin Johnston could be a quick slant king in this offense. Mike McCarthy calling the plays. Still no sound? It should be sound. Let me know if it's sound, because somebody said in the comments no sound. But Jay Money asked me this question because he's a member. I'll make sure that I answer his question. Also, members, you guys get privy too. Is it realistic that he'll fall? Based on a lot of the things that I've been reading, it just depends on the GMs, man. If they don't like the fact that he's not great at the point of attack and catching the football, or if they feel like he doesn't have play strength, things like that I've been hearing, there's a possibility that he could fall. So for me, you got to be prepared regardless, because like we said, CeeDee Lamb, Micah Parsons, we didn't think that those guys would fall, and they fell. So let's get JSN. Is it possible that he could fall? CBS Sports has him ranked at about 25, 26. So it really just depends on you know how the draft goes, man. If corners get hot, then people will take corners. We've been hearing rumors that Hendon Hooker has entered the room of conversation for first-round quarterbacks. There's a possibility, even though it's crazy, that we can have 5 quarterbacks go in the first round, and that changes things. I personally don't think that these quarterbacks are that good, but other people do. And if somebody is willing to, trade up and jump and try and get quarterbacks, that could change the talent level that's on the board at 26. So let's keep that in mind. And also 26 is really 25 because Miami lost their pick this year. So my next guy, the next guy that if he's there and the other 2 aren't there, is Bijan Robinson. Bijan Robinson. I feel like Bijan Robinson might be a top 10 talent in the draft far as talent. Now, I know how people feel about the running back position as it goes, but you got to look at him as a weapon. There are two backs in this draft that could go in the first round, possibly with their talent level. That's Bijan Robinson and Jahmyr Gibbs. And if you look at them as weapons, they definitely could be of value in the first round, depending on where they're picking. Now, Bijan Robinson, you know what I'm saying? A lot of mock drafts have him going top 15 or you know what I'm saying? And I know what I've been saying about Bijan the whole time. You guys know what I've been saying about Bijan. And for me, I think that you can't really talk about, you really can't deny his talent and what he could do for this Cowboys team. For somebody like the Jets or somebody that's sorry as hell, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. But for the Cowboys who are in win now mode, this guy could come in right away, pair him up with Tony Pollard. Both guys can catch the ball out of the backfield. Bijan's more of a bell cow, and we could get back to running the football like the organization likes to do. So I think that Bijan Robinson, if he's there, it sets a message for the rest of the league that Dallas is not playing. So, yeah, I know that it's a shock. You know what I'm saying? My guy, Jay Money, he put the shock emojis up there. But, yeah, definitely Bijan Robinson. As far as trying to win now, I would definitely pick him there. My next guy, and he definitely could fall because there's red flags. There are teams that have been taking him off the board, and that's Jalen Carter. And I know that he had a awful pro day, and I know, you know, the things happen. You know what I'm saying? The law happened, but right before the combine. But you can't deny the talent. You can't deny what he could be if he comes in here. You pair him up with Hank. You automatically clog that middle. And those are the type of moves that make this team have that type of culture, that type of attitude. I was on Big Game James's channel yesterday, and we talked about it. We talked about attitude. That's the only thing that I feel like this team has been missing in the last couple of years. I feel like attitude, championship attitude. You know what I mean? Like you on the ground, like I ain't helping you up. We ain't laughing. We ain't joking. Like we the team to beat, and we know we the team to beat. That's the one thing that's been missing, and Jalen Carter could absolutely add this to this team. And let me see if I can read some of my notes from him, but he's an absolute great talent for us to add if he's there at 26. I don't care what anybody says. You know what I'm saying? This is a top 5 talent right here in the draft. Now, there's a lot of people that if he came out last year that said that he's better than Jordan Davis. And Jordan Davis caused a lot of rumblings last year for people who really wanted a defensive tackle. So Jalen Carter, if he falls, absolutely taking him because, and where would I play him? Oh, I'm playing him at the 3. Oh, we're playing him at the 3. Dan is going to have to figure some things out, but I think it makes our defense stronger. Definitely makes our defense stronger. And make sure you guys hit the like button, man. Hit the like button if you haven't already hit the like button, because your boy is spitting hot fire right now, and the comment section is on fire as well. Make sure you hit that like button. The next person, and now I'm on the right on tier. Like this is right about where you're like, yeah, I could definitely see that. He could be this talent could be there at 26, and I would take him. And that next person is Anton Harrison, left tackle out of Oklahoma. If you watch his tape, man, he's a dog. You know what I'm saying? Like he kind of reminds me of Tyron when Tyron came out. He's not as young as Tyron, but has good kick step, good athleticism, finishes downfield. I would like his punch to be a little bit stronger, but I think that this move right here allows you, and I've been saying this, to put Tyler at left guard, and you got a left side for years. And when I mean years, I mean years. You get a guy like this with Duke Manyweather. Duke Manyweather has already said Tyler Smith is a hell of a guard if they want to put him there. Pro Bowl tackle, but we're talking about all pro guard. And I think that this solves a lot of things. Not to mention, you got Tyron Smith there for the tutelage to help tutor this young boy to be who he's going to be. And that's where I'm at. And I would move Tyron to my swing tackle, and we automatically have the best line in football, or one of the best lines in football, because, you know, Philadelphia will have something to say about that. But I think Anton Harrison definitely adds something to a dimension to this offense for years to come. It's not only a pick for now, it's a pick for later. So my next prospect, and we got to speed this up a little bit because I got to, you know, get off at about 8:30, get ready, because I will be also, you know, we're going to be streaming live on this channel as well, but we're doing the Final Word Draft Show, and we're going to be talking linebackers today a little bit, and we, you know, any other topics that those guys want to talk about, because it's an absolute fire show. So make sure that after this show, you go ahead, you eat some dinner, you get your drink, and you tune into that as well. My next guy is Zay Flowers. Zay Flowers out of Boston College. The Cowboys absolutely love him. I have on record, or off the record, that the Cowboys have at least met with him 3 times. So there's something to like about Zay Flowers, the way that he gets in and out of his routes from the slot. There's something to say about his hands, his playmaking ability with the ball in his hands. Zay Flowers is an absolute great pick at 26. I wouldn't bat an eye at it. The only thing that made me wonder is when they got Brandon Cooks, would they still want to get a Zay Flowers? But they still brought him in for a top 30 visit. So maybe the Cowboys look at Brandon Cooks as a 1-year rental possibly, or maybe they look at it as this is loading the clip and we don't care about size. We don't care about measurables. We just want to get ballers out there. Remember what I said about Bijan, a win now pick? I believe that Zay Flowers is a win now type of pick. Now he's right on tier with where he probably will be there. And I absolutely wouldn't bat an eye at getting Zay Flowers there. So my next guy, right on I think this might be right on. I think he's right on tier with what I've been seeing lately. And I just put him up on my Twitter. And I think that, and I say this now, and I say this unapologetically, I think this guy, ceiling-wise, could be the best defensive player in the draft. And I did a video on him, and if you guys didn't get a chance to check it out, go check it out. But B.J. Ojulari. B.J. Ojulari, man, if you see him, I think that he has the best tool bag as far as pass rushing goes out of all of the edges, probably out of all of the defensive linemen. The dude got moves on top of moves. He got counters on top of counters. He can bend. He has excellent hands. He sets the edge very well. The only knock that you might have against him is maybe how light he is, and I don't even think he's that light. He has long arms. If you go check my video out, man, the dude can do it all. He can long arm. He can long arm. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can rip. He can swing. I mean, there isn't anything he can't do as far as the pass rushing game goes. I haven't really seen him do any spins, but if he could add that to his game, he'd be crazy. But what I get from B.J. Ojulari is I get T.J. Watt vibes. You know what I'm saying? And when I say that, I say pedigree. You know what I'm saying? Pedigree matters in the NFL. Pedigree matters. You know what I'm saying? Getting brothers and cousins. That blood matters because that means you're getting the tutelage at home. You know what I'm saying? All you know is football. You eat, sleep, and breathe football. And B.J. Ojulari being the younger brother of a really good player himself, B.J. could definitely be a guy that over the next couple of years, you're like, God, dog, I'm so glad we got B.J. And on top of that, I talked about this on the draft show. He's a bodyguard for Micah Parsons. What I mean by that is, man, I'm talking about pass rushing because I really that's my favorite thing about him. But he ain't soft. He's not soft at all, bro. He's not soft. He's a guy that will bring his lunch pail, and he could be a bodyguard for Micah Parsons down the road. So Look out for BJ Ojulari. Like I said on my Twitter, if we were to pick BJ Ojulari at number 26, I wouldn't lose a wink of sleep. I would sleep like a baby. And for those wondering, are the Cowboys interested? They met with him at the combine, and it was brought to my attention the last couple of picks they didn't bring for top 30 visits. So maybe they like what they saw at the combine already. You know what I'm saying? So definitely BJ Ojulari. BJ Ojulari. This is probably one of my favorite players in the draft. Definitely. Now, my next guy is a left tackle because for me, I feel like you could go left side player. I'm more left side player-esque, because Tyler can switch to guard. And if tackle's your best on the board, then go tackle, especially left tackle. I want a left tackle. I don't want a right tackle. And Broderick Jones from Georgia has the athleticism, has the strength, has the play strength, finishes plays, especially down the field in the run. Broderick Jones is definitely one of the top tackles in this draft, right on tier with where I think he'll probably be there when we're picking. And if he's the best player on the board, I think you got to go Broderick Jones there. And like I said, look, all of these 10 guys that I have, I wouldn't lose a wink of sleep out of any of them. None of them. Like, there are a lot. Like, I talk to a lot of Cowboys content creators, and I say this all the time. There's about 10 players at 26 that I would take. There's about 10 of them. And there's actually more. You know what I'm saying? But these are my top 10. There's probably about 12 that I would take at 26, and I'd be okay with, because we're in win now mode, and the roster is so strong that you just can pick the best player available as long as it's not a quarterback. And my next player, and now we've reached this is the slightly reached tier where you don't believe that this person will be at number 58, and the Cowboys have had some success with that. Travis Frederick was success with that, mostly with linemen. Tyler Smith was that last year. And I'm trying to think of another one. Well, Sam Williams is probably going to be that as a pass rusher, but Dallas has done a very good job of securing these guys over the last couple of years, where it's like, I don't think this guy will make the next round, and we'll what I'm saying, we'll be up in arms about it, but it ends up being a very, very solid pick. LVE was one of those guys, So without any further ado, Steve Avila Esteban. His name is Esteban. Mama named him Esteban, so I'm gonna call him Esteban. And this dude is a Swiss Army knife when it comes to line. He has a lot of experience, a lot of flex in different positions. I did a video on him a couple of days ago, so go check that out. But he's played everything but left tackle. Left guard, I think he's a plug-and-play guy right now. You get him day one, and you're in win now mode. And I wouldn't lose sleep over it at all. The only knock that I have for Steve Avila is I think he needs some hip flexibility. And it ain't nothing that a little yoga can't fix, and a little bit of off-season training. But he's been working with Duke Manyweather. Duke Manyweather has been posting video on top of video on top of video on Twitter about his guy Esteban. And Esteban, it will come in here. He actually took pictures from the Ford Center the other day. And he's been a guy that they've met with multiple times. They met with him at the combine. They brought him in for a top 30 visit. So Esteban could definitely come in here and be a hell of a player. Definitely can be a hell of a player. And y'all going to end up calling him Esteban. Y'all going to be like, Esteban. And my last one, and this is a slight reach, but it doesn't mean that this player is not a great player. And I know that Dan Quinn loves this guy, bro. Loves this guy. They met with him at the combine. Dan Quinn took him to the pro day. They brought him into Dallas for the top 30 visits day. I don't know if it's a smoke screen. I hope that it's not, because I love this guy. My guy, Voch Lombardi, has been talking about this guy since he saw him on tape. And I think that this is probably who Vach wants. And you guys know what Vach wants, Vach gets, man. And we talking about Will McDonald. And Will McDonald is actually funny because I'm pretty good for I'm good friends with Aisha Morrison at the Dallas Cowboys, DallasCowboys.com. We kicked it last year for the draft. It was me, Aisha, Spoonie, J Tuck, my guy Shane Carter, got my guy Professor O. We all met out there. I got a video, and I'll probably repost it, of us reacting to the Tyler Smith pick last year. But Aisha was the first one who brought up Will McDonald. And I told her that anybody that she brought up, Steve Avilio was another one she brought up first. And she was like, hey, watch this guy. And I watched him, and I fell in love with both of these guys. And it just so happens that both of them possibly could be at 26, and Dallas loves both of them. And what I will tell you, DallasCowboys.com, is if they do pick either one of these guys, you guys owe Aisha a raise. I'm just going to tell you that right now, and you need to put her in the scouting department. But yeah, Will McDonald, man, that get off is crazy. If you guys know about Will McDonald, you know that get off is crazy. His pass rushing ability is crazy. I mean, the only thing about Will McDonald is he's a little light in the ass when it comes to the run game. And that's going to take some growing pains. He's going to have to get through it. He's going to have to put some off-season weight on. But, you know what I'm saying, Will McDonald, if he's picked there, you know, that's a Dan Quinn special right there. And my guy Keystone says, it's not a smokescreen. Dan is on him. And absolutely. And it reminds me, too, and I don't know if Dan was part of the Seahawks then, but I remember they got a guy named Bruce Irving, and everybody thought that was a reach. And Bruce Irving ended up being a very good player in Dan Quinn's scheme. So if the Cowboys get Will McDonald, I'm not going to do backflips, but I'd be excited, man, because I know that the future is here. Will McDonald is going to be a hell of a player, guys. He's going to be a hell of a player. He's a guy that you'll look maybe 2, 3, 4 years down the line and be like, I'm so glad we picked that guy. I'm so glad we picked him. So that's all I got, man. My time is up. I don't even have time for Q&A, but what I will say is, guys, make sure you like, subscribe. And also, too, like I said, man, any donations that you could throw for the draft trip, they would be great. I would be so grateful. Don't got to be crazy. $1 for each $1. You know what I'm saying? Just cash out $1 and we be straight, man. You know what I'm saying? To cover anything as far as, you know what I'm saying, food, drinks, all of that type of stuff out there. Be super, super grateful. And also to handle any type of upgrades for the channel, because your boy is looking to try and build a state-of-the-art studio pretty soon. And any donations I will be grateful for. Even if not, man, I will settle for something that is currency free. Just hit that like button and share it with your friends, man. Appreciate y'all, man. And I'm gonna hit that outro video and we gonna head on out. But like I said, man, appreciate y'all, man. What's up, D Block? How you doing, man? You're a little bit too late. I gotta get off so I can get ready for the draft show. But I'm gonna hit this outro and we out. Peace.
I can't feel the pain, I'm numb. All you say, to keep it real and stay 100 through the rain. I can feel it's something missing from your face. So keep it real and stay 100 in your veins. Put me in these boxes, still I'm trying to break away. I just roll it up and down some liquor for my pain. Thoughts inside my head, it's nightmares instead of some dreams. I've been trying to hold on to everything from the seams. Try to get it by any means. There's no accepting defeat with all this pressure that's on me. Trusting whenever I breathe, cause everything is on me. If everybody is down, I gotta pick up all the pieces. Yeah, I can't fall, cause I do it for my dog, so she can make it fall. Ain't worry about your comments, cause I believe in karma. Time for your bullshit,